Developing right now at 5, a powerful explosion at a 5-star Havana hotel leaves 8 people dead and at least 40 others hurt. A part of the hotel now standing with a large hole as the outer walls were blown away. News 6's Carolina Cardona is live in the newsroom. And Carolina, investigators believe this was caused by a natural gas leak.
Lisa, that's what Cuban officials are reporting, that a natural gas leak caused the explosion, leaving one of the oldest hotels in Havana in ruins and almost 10 deaths. Police and fire rescuers continue to search through the rubble for survivors. In the meantime, I spoke with a Cuban national who left the island about 10 years ago, but is closely following the news out of his island. Cuba's capital was rocked Friday morning by an explosion at the Saratoga Hotel in Old Havana.
Un hotel del primer mundo, un hotel restaurado por ellos, pero lamentablemente.
Michelle Rey, a native of Cuba, says the hotel had been renovated by the government and it's property of the Cuban regime after it was confiscated by them. This is the Cuban government station newscast called Grandma. Rey tells me is that they have said that it doesn't seem to be an intentional or terrorist type of situation. Initial reports from the Cuban government indicate an apparent gas leak caused the explosion that has left dozens injured and at least 8 deaths.
Hotel americanos, turistas americanos.
He says American tourists and tourists from other parts of the world stay at the hotel and that no Cubans have access to it. But many buildings in Havana have a fragile infrastructure.
Actualmente, ¿cómo eran esas condiciones?
I asked him if he knew what the conditions of the hotel were.
Bueno, supuestamente es un hotel que estaba remodelado.
He says the hotel had been remodeled and was in very good conditions for tourism. Images out of Old Havana show much of the outer walls from the 5-star hotel torn away.
¿Qué tan preparada está la isla?
I asked him if he knows how prepared rescue teams are on the island.
Podemos observar ahora en este hecho puntual, los rescatistas llegan.
He says in this situation, he's been told by sources in Havana that it took about 30 minutes for rescuers to arrive at the scene. And civilians had to make a human chain to help get the injured out. Cuban officials say about a dozen people are missing. A school next door was evacuated after the blast. No students were reported to be hurt. At the time of the explosion, no tourists were lodged at the 96-room hotel because it was undergoing renovations. Live in the newsroom, I'm Carolina Cardona, News 6. Back to you, Lisa.